Maimonides says, the only metrics for anything we do Jewish, the only metrics is, does it actually help a person develop the truth? Deot amitiot, he says. Okay? The truth about one's life. I made a mistake, by the way. It's tikkun ha-nefesh, not tikkun olam. It's tikkun ha-nefesh. He doesn't use the word tikkun olam. Tikkun ha-nefesh and tikkun ha-guf. Tikkun ha-nefesh is the truth about life. Who am I really in this world? Who am I really? And by the way, that's why you can't actually, the methodology of Jewing, you can't even fully grasp until you understand science, says Maimonides. Otherwise, it's some cultic expression for you. Go read the Mishnah Torah. All right, put up a mezuzah because, you know, that way when you walk through town, you'll know this is a Jew, this is not a Jew, this is a Jew. Okay, put up a mezuzah that way. But if you understand science and you understand psychology of his day and anthropology of his day, and astronomy, which was the most important science of his day, you will understand that these are technologies that shape the human character. Now, whether they do or don't is a separate issue. That's one of the things we're going to have to develop, what I call evidence-based religion, evidence-based spirituality in the next phase. And the evidence isn't, now I feel like I belong to the Jewish people more strongly and get the measure from Steve Cohen. It's witnessed for me. Yet how many people have a mezuzah on their door? Okay, the only metrics for Maimonides, the only metrics, is not do you have a mezuzah? That's low-level, tribal, ethnic, creedal, trivial, very often dangerous if you have power. Very often. See, if you're powerless, it doesn't make a difference. But if you're powerful and you use a mezuzah for tribal, you produce settlers. And by the way, settlers are creating meaning in their life, and I am a pluralist, and I think we better understand their partial truth, but that's a separate issue. There's only one metrics for mezuzah, not do you put up a mezuzah, but tell me, what happens to you in your use of the mezuzah? How does that technology affect your inner life? How does that technology affect, for Maimonides, two things. Your understanding of the truth about your life, and does it help in any way to mitigate violence and develop virtue? And by the way, he splits those two things, because sometimes you can't, sometimes people really are bad people, but if we can get them to do less violence, at least that's better. Does mezuzah work to get any job done? If it doesn't, it's not important. And we can get all the calligraphers, and we can get them to make mezuzahs, and we can have new Jewish catalogs that have glossy things. You can make a mezuzah too, and you can put your own toe in the mezuzah, and you can put the mezuzah upside down inside. You can do anything you want. You can reform mezuzah as much as you want. But if mezuzah is about connecting you to the Jewish people, it is fundamentally not important. From Maimonides' perspective, it might actually be idolatry. That's a debate. It is a technology, what we would call in our terms, a psycho-spiritual, psychosocial technology. And that's every single mitzvah. Now this completely reorients the way in which we think we are going to need to be thinking. We're not there yet about outreach.